A, 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 A. Nobody can hear him yet. It's okay. Hold on. Hold on.
Here.
Okay, now you can hear him.
Oh
okay.
my God.
Okay, A.
I shouldn't be
A,
pressing this fresh
A.
press while dancing.
Why are you pressing?
In my closet.
Wait, you're pressing a fresh... You're pressing it? I thought you already pressed it.
No, I just pressed it right there.
Oh.
Yeah, I pressed it. And it was a little bit scary. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. I have not done anything with Twitch since the last time.
What's the last time?
The last time we did a collab.
When was that?
It's been a hot minute. I think it's been like before Christmas.
Well, we're gonna play. Was it Splitgate, chat? What is it called? Chat. What is it called?
Oh,
huh?
I'll bet it's called Splitgate. That sounds about right.
It's the new game. What is it called? Split Fiction. Split Fiction.
Oh shit.
It's like Take Two together to do. Two takes.
I'm into it.
Two. What's that game?
It Takes Two?
It Takes Two.
Yeah, it takes two.
Takes two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that game. And there is another game too that is also like that. Hi everybody. I apologize for starting later. I was supposed to start 11, but I just had to deal with some stuffy stuff. And then Chris had to make coffee. I'm gonna blame Chris. It's all Chris' fault.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
my fault.
we are here back for episode 2 of Reddit Reacts. Am I the Asshole? Where Chris and I get together and we look at posts and decide if the person is an asshole or not. I can't remember if I highlighted our first one, but if not, I'm gonna highlight this one and we're gonna put them on YouTube. I can't remember if it got highlighted or not. But this is gonna be a thing we keep doing, so we gotta keep doing it.
I'm so stoked.
Yeah, episode 2. If you guys are not familiar with Am I the Asshole, it's a Reddit forum subreddit where people literally will ask people if they are an asshole and give them a scenario of them possibly being the asshole, and then everybody else decides if this person is an asshole or not. That means that Chris and I are going to decide if this person is an asshole or not. And the lovely Mitch has actually gotten stories for us, so we didn't have to do it on the fly this time.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thank you, Mitch. We appreciate you, Mitch.
So much.
We appreciate you so much, Mitch. Okay, cool. Well, shall we begin, chat?
Let's do it.
All right, so Chris, I don't believe you see the first one unless I think you're watching stream, but
I have your stream up, so I can see it.
What does H mean at the end of Am I the Ass? Oh, it's hole.
Oh, it's the hole. You can't forget the hole.
Oh shit, I'm forgetting the hole in my graphic.
Oh, whoops.
What asshole is one word? I thought it was AITA. But
I
now
think this is the first topic up for discussion.
But
no.
But now I see it.
2 words or 1 word?
It is 1 word. It's a compound word.
I always thought it was 1.
Yeah,
so
but
I think this person is automatically an asshole because they.
No, this is the subreddit though. The subreddit is AITAH. I've been fucking
Is there another?
up.
Oh no.
No,
there's probably another subreddit.
It's always. Wait, Miranda is saying it is AITA. Well, then what the fuck is subreddit AITAH? Because this one says AITAH.
There might be multiple.
Am I the asshole here? Norman just said maybe it's Am I the asshole here?
Okay, there's a couple of different assholes. There's Am I the asshole spelt out all the way, and then there's also
That's a subreddit?
Am I the asshole here? There's 2 different subreddits that I'm seeing just from
the first subreddit,
AITA,
the one that is AITA, is just Am I the asshole spelled out. Spread out.
Exactly. Yes.
The asshole
all the way
spread open. Oh no. Oh man.
Damn.
Anyways.
But yes. There's 2 assholes.
You can't forget about the hole.
But today we're gonna go with the one that has a hole.
I guess so. I don't know. Unless Mitch. Oh, Mitch looks like he's done one with the hole and one without. Looks like he got 2 from
That's
with the hole.
fantastic.
And
It's
2
good to
without
have
the hole.
variety.
Yeah, that was a Freudian slip 100%. Okay,
Absolutely.
so the first one is, am I the asshole here? I'm going to say, am I the asshole here?
That sounds good.
For being upset that my wife named our son after her friend's French bulldog.
Yep. Automatically.
Wait, what?
No, you do not name your child after someone else's dog. Now, if they just happen to have the same name, that's one thing. If you're like going out and be like, oh, I like this dog, I'm gonna name it after this Frenchie. I guess I don't know. Maybe.
Well, what's the dog's name? I want to know what the dog's name is.
Oh yeah, we gotta pop in. Okay.
I don't. It doesn't. I mean, I don't.
Do we have any deets?
No, it doesn't look. I don't
no
see the.
deets?
I don't see
It's
the
just a
original
subject?
poster saying anything. Is there a
let's
way where you can
see.
try and find the original like person saying?
Oh, there's gotta be more to it. That's just. Yeah. I mean, if the dog's name is like John.
Wait, people keep saying
yeah.
Ziggy. Wait, is Ziggy?
Ziggy.
I don't know. I don't know what the name is. The story
I don't
the
know
highlight.
anybody by
It's
the
in
name
2
of
parts.
Ziggy.
Oh, sick. Thank you. Who's this
hell
legend?
yeah.
It's Chrisio. Okay, I
Hey,
feel like they need to tell me what the name is. You let your wife
try
pick a baby
clicking on
name?
the try clicking on the text like the big one with the am I the blah 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 blah. Cuz or not that one, further up. Yeah, that. Okay, yep,
His
that's not a
account's
link.
suspended
Yeah,
because he's
they
an
don't have
asshole.
anything. Oh my god.
Like
You
that's
know he's been suspended.
Okay.
Because
So
he's
for
an
being
asshole.
upset, chat, what do you guys think? Okay, so am I the asshole for being upset that my wife named our son after her friend's French bulldog? I honestly, I think it depends on the name.
I feel like you're not the asshole. I feel like that I don't know. I think that's.
I mean, like, does the dog have a human name? Obviously.
Did that dog save a busload of children?
If the dog's name is Bobby and you're just like, man, I really love Bobby. Bobby's cool. I want to name our son Bobby because Bobby the French bulldog's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more context. I feel like there should be a discussion beforehand. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like that this might be one of those things where it didn't have a lot of communication between the parents.
Because usually don't you like pick baby names like very early on? Like even before you're fucking
I already
pregnant.
have like a list of like, yeah, I got like 20 that I'd want to look at.
That's a lot of names. Are any of them named after
Yeah.
a French bulldog? And does Elise know? Are any of them named after things that you know?
Things that I know?
Like,
well,
or
like
people
I,
you
I like
know?
the name Joan.
Joan?
I think like Joan is like Joan of Arc, like badass, like lady leading the French army.
Do you think there's any French bulldogs named Joan? Because I'm willing to bet there are. And will Elise be okay knowing that her child shares a name with a
Joan
dog?
The French bulldog. Well, I mean, this is not a thing that I have to worry about right now.
Joan of Bark.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Oh
See
my
if
god.
there's a Joan of Bark somewhere.
Middle names is gonna have Bark. That's great.
Joan of Bark.
Oh my god. Ballast nailed it.
Oh man. The girl who lived next to me had a sister and a dog named Molly. So they named the dog. Wait, what? That's crazy.
That's
oh my god, that's amazing, Joe. Hell yeah.
Let's see. I have a sister. Okay, so like we got 3 names that are very close to like their dog's name, which is Mary. So in our family, we got like a Perry, we got a Carrie, we got a Mary. There's just so many
Aries.
And Abby, and like there's just so many different like E's like at the end.
Yeah, E sounds.
We had a lot of turning and looking.
So you're gonna be like, yeah. So you want something that's just one syllable.
Oh yeah.
Cut to it. Wait, what are the other ones? Now I'm curious.
The other ones, let's see. Maeve is a good one.
Maeve, I like
Maeve. The name Todd.
Todd.
Milo is cool. But
Milo's
we got an
sick.
Arlo.
Oh yeah, Milo and
sick,
Arlo.
But we have an Arlo. That's
can't
too
do
close.
that. You can't do Milo. Wait, let's go back to Todd.
No.
Can we discuss Todd?
Yeah. Todd. I don't know. It's
Does Elise like
it
Todd?
makes me think of. I don't think so. Uh, but I would say I think the first time I heard the name was Fox and the Hound.
Oh,
No, it's just like a nice it's a tough name.
wait,
But
I'm so
also
sorry.
kind of
Is
endearing. Oh
after-
fuck! Oh, Fox and the Hound is named after a dog. Oh god!
Oh my
Oh,
god!
no,
that did not
I'm the
just
asshole.
happen. That did not just happen.
Oh no!
Are you
Oh,
serious
jeez.
right now?
She can't know.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, I didn't. Oh gosh,
Oh my
I don't have
god.
the list.
I
don't
love
have the
it.
list.
Okay, so
I
Todd,
like the name John. That's just a very broad
John.
name.
John is a good
John's-
one. Okay, so I honestly don't think he's an asshole.
Yeah,
I don't think they're an asshole.
I don't think he's enough. No.
Okay. All right. Next. Am I the
Listen.
asshole here for refusing to babysit my sister's kid after she commented on my lack of ambition? No. I'm going to say no because your sister sounds like
No.
a fucking bitch, dude.
Yeah,
I'm going to have no
It's-
ambition to
it's a
fucking
tough world
babysit
right
your
now.
kid, dude.
that's
Talk about my lack of
right.
ambition. I don't have any ambition to fucking look after your damn kid.
Just like, well, this is your chance to prove, like, if you got the ambition to.
Yeah, what do you like? Oh, yeah,
my
your lack of
children.
ambition. You're not doing anything with your life. Hey, by the way, do you want to look after my kid today?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, dude, you just
yeah.
fucking. You were an asshole to me, and you think I'm just gonna bend over backwards and
Yeah.
like suck your little
There's-
tits? No.
Exactly. God, it's little tiny little
Yeah,
garbanzo
no.
beans.
I'm pretty sure the sister has little tiny tits, dude. After this.
Oh, jeez. Multiple kids, they'll. Anyway,
Multiple
so
kids
anyway,
make you don't have tiny tits. I think they
don't-
make you have bigger tits
you're absolutely right.
Especially
I
if
don't
you
know how the world
breastfeed.
works.
because they're sagging them down.
Exactly.
They're sucking them on him, sucking on his titties.
Oh, God
Sucking on my
damn it.
titties. I keep calling me.
Oh,
Wanting
man.
it. It's going great
Yeah,
so far.
milkshakes bring all the boys to the yards. So, what I would say is until that there is a proper apology, I think it's completely fair.
Yeah.
To not want to babysit on sister's behalf. There you go. Easy as
I
that.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I like how Norman's like, there needs to be more context. There are more of these that do have more context. I made sure to check. But yeah, some of
We're
them
getting the ball rolling.
We're getting the ball
Oh.
rolling. Yeah.
Little Spitfire.
I love how there's hardly any context, but there are people that just go ham on this, and they're like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah." They're like trying to like really figure it out.
Oh yeah. It's like a mystery. Oh,
Okay.
the oat creamer from Trader Joe's is fantastic.
Oh
Not
yeah.
sponsored by Trader
Okay,
Joe's.
here we go. Am I the asshole for leaving a party because my date refused to get me water?
Oh boy,
This
yes.
one is deemed
No,
not
no,
the
no,
asshole,
you're not.
so
Hydrate.
let's read this right now. Okay. I had been seeing someone I met through mutual friends. We had good times one-on-one, and when he invited me to an event with his friends, I contributed to the group dynamic by never showing up empty-handed and offering to grab drinks for others. Fast forward to a holiday-themed party with his friends. My date and I planned to meet there and hang out afterward. I spent the day cleaning my condo and preparing mulled wine to bring. During the party, people were getting drinks for one another, including me when I served the wine. At one point, I was sitting on the couch, blocked in by only my date on one side, and many others on my other side. I was tired and didn't feel like tightly squeezing past people. I didn't know. So I asked my date if he could grab me a glass of water. He shook his head, and after I said, huh, he said, no, I was just up and you could have asked before I sat down. What the fuck? I was taken aback because I view small gestures like grabbing water as basic acts of care for friends, especially for someone you're dating. That moment, combined with a long day of preparation, left me feeling drained. Since the party was winding down and I didn't have the energy to engage further, I said my goodbyes and called a ride. My date offered to walk me out and said he felt hurt that I was leaving. I explained I needed to recharge, but that he was welcome to come over after the party. As we walked out, I jokingly mentioned how I'm not getting him water surprised me. He replied, wow, that really upset you, huh? I have to be guarded about these things, you know. Later, we texted, but he seemed more upset about me leaving than interested in listening to why I felt drained. When I tried to call, he didn't answer. His texts were curt, and I eventually told him I'd let him decompress. 2 days later, I called to discuss what happened. He said he'd call that evening, but didn't reach out until 3 days later, saying, I'm not dodging you, I've just been busy. At that point, I was over it, especially since he never acknowledged the misunderstanding or my attempts to resolve it. A month later, we finally had a conversation. He explained that getting me water felt subservient and was something I had to earn.
No.
And was something I had to earn through time and being in the trenches with him.
Oh, that's a hard pass.
He also said I didn't understand how busy his life was. For context, I work multiple jobs. I calmly explained that grabbing water for someone isn't about being subservient, but a small act of kindness. After reflecting, I feel his response and handling of the situation was disrespectful and indicative of bigger issues. So, is there an asshole here? I appreciate the perspective. That guy's a fucking dick.
Asshole.
Yeah, little boy, dude.
Fucking asshole.
Are you kidding me? Like, he must have some fucking...
Massive amounts of asshole.
He must have some fucking childhood trauma. I don't know what the fuck, dude. The fact that he can't get a glass of water...
It sounds like this boy feels like that he's the specialist boy and that he has everything so tough. So he deserves all the respect and subservience.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's not gonna bring you water until you go through the trenches
get yourself
with him.
hydrated by somebody else, because this guy is not
that guy's nasty. Nasty. Ugh. I would never. Oh, I hope she literally 100% is not talking to him. Yeah, he is a tiny little boy for sure. Ugh.
Oh, it's making me sicky sick.
What does NTA mean? Oh, yeah, not the asshole. Okay. And his use of the word subservient and his need to have his ego stroke for being so busy make me wonder if he's the worst kind of chauvinist. Just let him go. Not worth it.
Over a glass of water.
Yeah.
A glass of water.
Yeah, the whole time she was grabbing drinks for him and everyone else, did he just think that it was okay for her to be subservient in the relationship? But if she finally asked for him to return the favor and then she has to earn it, yeah, that's the thing. You have to earn it. You have to earn my acts of service and kindness to you. Like, that's not, like, ew. You're like, you literally just started dating this person and that's how you're acting? Yeah. How do you how do you think you're going to keep somebody around, you fucking asshole?
I don't think he plans on.
No.
I hope not, because I don't know. He's out in my book. He's out. Oh my gosh.
He probably doesn't even open doors. Oh, probably not. What was that?
Hell no, he doesn't open doors.
No, he 100%.
You have to earn the right to get your door open for you.
God, what a fucking... I feel bad for his fucking mom, dude.
You know what? He's probably gonna
I bet his mom wipes his ass.
Like, how come nobody likes me?
Yeah, seriously.
Everyone else is a jerk.
I bet his mom fucking shakes his dick off after he pees, dude.
Oh God. Probably.
I think that's what happens.
I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, so she's earned the right.
I'm just letting you guys know how much he doesn't do for himself, and that's how far it goes.
Exactly.
That's the furthest I can think.
It's pretty good.
Is there a dog there with you?
That tracks. Is there a dog there with me?
Oh, I thought you were petting Arlo or something.
Oh no, I'm just getting my lights situated.
Oh yeah, they look nice.
They look alright. Yeah, they look.
I think
I haven't touched them in a while, so yeah, you can't see the texture of the wall.
It looks great.
Neither here nor there.
It. I like it.
I'm just gonna. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So total fucking asshole.
Right. Absolute asshole. Do not invite this person to Thanksgiving.
No.
And also just at any chance you get, just take like hair clips and just put them on his ears and tip of his penis.
Ow, Chris.
Yeah.
I don't even have one. And that hurts. Oh
Thumbtacks
my God.
In
the pee hole?
The armpit.
Oh,
pee hole's good too.
Oh.
But yeah,
I thought
both would sting.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Armpits
next up,
like a much larger target. Anyway.
All right.
Onwards.
Am I the asshole for accepting an invitation on my husband's behalf that I knew he wouldn't like and refusing to cancel it? Interesting. Okay, just off the bat, before reading any of this, am I the asshole for accepting an invitation on my husband's behalf that I knew he wouldn't like and refusing to cancel it? So she accepted, or they accepted the invitation and refused to cancel it.
I would say, okay, this does kind of sound like asshole behavior.
Yeah, yeah, immediately I say asshole because, like, what gives you the right? but it is labeled not the asshole, so I'm very interested.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna need more context on this.
Joe, what the fuck? Joe goes, use your words.
Oh,
I'm
God.
like, what do you? We have to think about this.
It's true.
Okay.
It's
My
true.
husband is a busy person, but he's not such a busy person that he can't manage invitations from his family and friends if he wanted to. His family and friends act like I'm responsible for his social calendar, which I don't mind at first because I didn't have anything better to do, but I'm tired of being the one to have to say no to everything, and it sucks having to deal with people trying to convince me to come to things when I know they only care about my husband attending. I've tried to get them to go to him directly, but he just sends them back my way or ignores them so they come to me anyways. I've spoken to him multiple times about not wanting to be responsible for our social calendar, and he acts like he gets it, but then never responds to invites, so nothing's changed. So I've done something that you guys may or may not think is petty. My mother-in-law has asked for us to join monthly family dinners with her side of the family. I prefer her side of my husband's family because my husband is closer to his dad's side, so we see them more. Usually I wouldn't accept an invite like this without checking with my husband, but since she asked him first and he ignored, I decided to accept on his behalf. The first dinner was on Sunday, which is the day we were all supposed to have dinner with his grandfather on his dad's side, but he never told me that was happening, and neither did anybody else. His dad's side have a horrible habit of just assuming we'll all be at something because they've told us. Part of me thinks the dinner with his grandfather is a lie because I know he's been avoiding his half-brother like the plague since he keeps asking him for an investment and his step-siblings will be there. This is crazy. My husband told me to cancel, but I don't want to because my mother-in-law was so happy when I said yes. Also, his sister will be there and I haven't seen her in forever. I won't stop him from canceling if he really wants to, but he's turned this situation into a fight because I didn't ask him first, and now I don't want to be the one to cancel. He's basically said if we go to the first one, he expects me to tell my mother-in-law this won't be a regular thing, but I think he should be the one to do that since I have no problem having dinner with him regularly. This is a hit or miss, though. He left her in charge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh man, I see her perspective actually, because I feel like especially if you're always the person who always ends up having to like clean up the social situation like consistently, I'd be tired of that. If every single time that I'm like, oh hey, so and so wants to do this, I don't want to do that, or just like I'm not going to answer. You're always putting that pressure on them, and then also she wants to go hang out with the family. It's okay for her to want to go hang out with the
Yeah.
family. And you know what? I don't know. It sounds like that also she's tried to communicate with him already.
Yeah, and he literally
So we've already passed that.
Yeah, we're past that exactly. He let her have charge. If you don't answer and always make her make the decisions and why are you pissy about her decision? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think he just needs
Now,
to
what was
acknowledge
the reason
it.
again? Why did he not want to go?
Because he has
Was it he just didn't-
plans at his dad's side. His grandfather is having a lunch.
Mm.
So he wanted to go to that, but he didn't tell her about that. And nobody else did. So she thinks it might be a lie that he's made this up.
Yeah, no, if he wants to cancel, then he has to cancel.
Yeah.
I think
Also, too, why doesn't she just go to his mother-in-law's and he can just go to the fucking grandfather's? Sounds like she doesn't even want to go to the grandfather's anyways, and she would rather see her mother-in-law and sister-in-law.
And she was excited about it. They were excited about it.
Yeah, it sounds like she was excited to go to something. It doesn't sound like she's been excited in the past because people just care about her husband being there. This poor woman. Divorce him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Divorce him.
Or make him cry a little bit. Enough to make him realize that you're worth it.
Yeah, apparently your husband has delegated you to take to the task of being his calendar secretary. He implicitly sent his mother to you when he didn't respond to his mother. That's right. He did not respond to the mom. If he doesn't, that's right. The mom reached out to him and he didn't respond. If he doesn't like how you were handling your duties as the calendar secretary, he is free to demote you and reassign those responsibilities. Yes. Your script is husband, either I'm in charge of what social events we accept or reject, or we both are. Yeah.
Yep.
Shared calendar, people. Why is this hard? Shared calendars are great.
They are pretty great. I've just recently started to figure
I was going to say, do you and Elise have a shared calendar?
No. But I can see how it can work out really good.
On Google, you can
So I'll
do
need to
shared
get that set up.
calendars.
It's super easy too. Actually, here's the thing. I didn't realize that I already had one set up with like an old friend group from
Yeah.
like years ago. And I'd been putting stuff on that calendar on accident, not realizing that everyone's been getting these like notifications like,
Did somebody
don't
tell
forget to
you?
pay your
Did
phone bill.
somebody
Yeah, so
tell
they're
you?
just like, hey, I've been getting these notifications for a while. Is this purposeful? It's like, oh shit.
Oh
Uh,
no.
yeah, no, it worked out.
I know. Divorce him.
I
Dump
don't
him.
have anything. Oh God.
That was Marley. Marley said,
him
"Oh
out
yeah,
of
my
here.
answer to all of these are just dump him or divorce him."
That's,
Yeah,
if there's no change, these are some pretty negative situations that seem to keep on happening.
yeah,
So,
I think that she's
a bigger
not an
problem at
asshole.
play.
She's not an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Agreed. Not an asshole.
Oh,
I
am
need a
I
better
the
job.
asshole for refusing to pay my friend $60 that I owe him? All right, off the cuff, I say yes because you owe him money, pay him. But again, it says not the asshole, so there's more to this story. Wait,
Yeah.
so wait, the person was like, we are going to this event without the husband having any say. Yeah, I would never put Kaylee through that. No, the husband can do whatever he wants, but he left all like duties up to
All the
her because he's a
planning and
lazy
everything.
son of a bitch who probably sits on his ass and plays Call of Duty and fucking sniffs his butt, you know?
He also doesn't respond to other people's like
Yeah. Yeah.
questions or anything like that. He just straight up just ices them, just forget him, and
Yeah.
waits for them to contact his wife, so that way she has to either be the one who's like, "Oh no, we can't do that," or yeah, sure, we'll do that.
She's
Like,
yeah,
just-
so he
it's
puts her in charge
a
because
lack
he
of
doesn't want
respect,
to.
not just for his wife
And
well, for his wife,
responsibility.
but like that. Yeah.
No
exactly.
responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a turd.
So, am I the asshole refusing to pay my friend $60 that I owe him? I, a
Off the cuff,
30-year-old
I
male.
agree.
Yeah, it's asshole, right? Okay. I, a 30-year-old male, and my close friend Jake, 29-year-old male, have been close for years. Over the years, I've sent Jake money so many times. That's your first issue. Don't fucking send your friends money. Just don't do it.
Do that.
Don't
if it's
do
a regular thing,
It's-
that's actually just in general.
just
Like
don't-
there's
just-
other options.
There's
like,
you want to buy you maybe your friend's having a hard time. You DoorDash them food.
Yeah.
That's a kind,
There's
very
other
thoughtful
expenses
gesture.
that you can cover if you start passing cash, and especially if that ends up being
A regular thing, and that
occurrence.
happens. There's
does.
friends in your life that can take advantage of you, and maybe you never thought they would, but then they get it one time, they ask again.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they also might not realize that they're doing it.
True.
What can end up happening is that they just becomes like a thing. Like, okay, is it okay? Like, oh, I feel so bad, but this is available. So, yeah, so
And if
it's-
you are a
it's
pleaser,
subliminal.
you're gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
Because
like,
you're
oh yeah,
you're
yeah, of
people.
course.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
don't worry
Just
about
pay
it,
me
it's
back,
fine.
right? Okay, I'm talking $50 here for gas, $100 here during a trip, even once $300 when he needed to buy an emergency PS5. Okay, so off the cuff right now, you're a dumbass for giving your friend $300 to buy a fucking emergency PS5. You are a dumbass.
Yeah. Nope. No emergency PS5.
Also, if your friend is over here being like, hey, can you buy me gas money? Your friend needs to get a fucking job. Your friend needs to get off of his fucking ass, stop scratching his butt and sniffing it and playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
This
Holy
friend,
smokes. An
like a piece
emergency
of shit.
PS5. What was that conversation like? Like, dude, there's only Helldiver says a limited.
Oh, yeah, no, they were like, I need to play
costume
this
or something
game.
like that. Like, oh,
I never
gosh.
really
Okay,
kept
no,
track
this is-
because I trusted him. He paid me back some of it over time, but he still owes me a decent chunk, which I've never bugged him about. He would occasionally gift me skins in the games we play and attempt to balance the books. A few weeks ago, Jake covered my
No.
$60 when I left my wallet at home during a group dinner. I told him I'd get him back, but life got busy, and I totally forgot. A few days ago, he texted me, can you send me that $60 from dinner? I apologized for forgetting, and I said I'd send it that night, to which he replied, I shouldn't have to chase you for this, man.
Oh shit. Okay, you're throwing attitude? Oh no.
I should have to chase you for this,
just lit
but
a
you
match
asked me for
and-
gas money, and you asked me
Ooh.
for a fucking PS5 and for money during a trip, and I never asked you for it back. He never asked his friend. Are you fucking kidding me? That rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh.
I didn't say anything in the moment, but it really started to bug me. I thought about all the times I've lent him money and how I never pressured him to pay me back. I've never once sent him a passive-aggressive text or made him feel bad about it. So I didn't send him the money right away, and I instead told him, look, I get that I owe you $60, and I'll pay you back, but let's not pretend this is some one-sided thing. You still owe me hundreds, and I've never hounded you about it. Jake didn't take that well. He said it's not the same thing because I never asked for my money back.
What?
Dude, Jake?
This guy sucks. Oh my God. Wait, it's not the same. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
the same guy
because
as
he
the first
didn't
one.
chase after him.
Jake is the same guy who fucking
my
didn't
God.
get the water for that girl. This
Oh
is
my
the
God,
same
it's Jake.
fucking, no, this is the same fucking guy. It's the same fucking guy.
Oh man.
This
Oh
fucking
my gosh,
guy.
Jake. Jake, you bite the root. Oh my gosh, Jake. Oh, you're making me refill my coffee, Jake.
So
Oh
it's
my
on me
gosh.
if I didn't care enough to get it. So now he's pissed at me thinking I did not pay him back intentionally and saying I'm deflecting to avoid paying him back and that I'm being a stupid friend. Can you believe that? You're a stupid friend. That's the
Block him.
You're a stupid
You know
friend.
what? He did give him an emergency PS5. So I guess one could say maybe that was irresponsible.
I do
But,
think that 30-year-old male is dumb. I do not think 30-year-old male should have given
done that.
Jake gas money, any of that shit. This guy's a fucking idiot. Get a new friend. I feel like I'm in a weird spot here. I owe him $60, and of course I'll pay it back. But on the other hand, his reaction
don't.
feels so hypocritical given everything I've done for him financially over the years.
What a dick.
Edit. I paid him back like I always intended to do. Wow.
No. Okay. If
He
you paid
is
him back,
stupid.
good. If that clears your conscience, fantastic. What you need to do now is block that dude.
Yeah, stop being his
And-
fucking friend.
Don't go to any events that include him. Oh wow. What
Jake is a
dick.
hypocrite and also an unblushing user. Time to make him grow up.
Oh,
Send a new
yes.
text. Hey, Jake, this whole thing is leaving a bad taste in my mouth. We both know that you owe me way more than $60. I haven't been hounding you for it, but that doesn't change the fact that you borrowed the money. You said you'd pay it back, and you owe me. It's been bugging me for quite a while. My best calculation of that total you owe me is $450. I talked to a couple of folks, and I'm going to take their advice here. I'm setting off my $60 debt against your $550, so now you owe me $390. And just so things don't get any weirder than they are right now, please understand that I can't lend you any more money until that $390 is paid off. Yeah, but he didn't do that, right? Like, he wouldn't have said
No,
that.
he absolutely did not. I guarantee you that did not happen because it sounds like this fella is not confrontational. Which I understand that perspective, but you can't. If you're not going to be confrontational, you can't let yourself get into situations that would force you to be confrontational. You have to start just avoid, fade them out.
Nina, I think it's people who are so unaware, they have no self-awareness. Because that is a common thing. If somebody pays you something or pays for you, you get them next time or you pay him back. I say, oh, can I Venmo you? Like, that's my response immediately. Hey, can I Venmo you? And sometimes my friends say, oh, no, it's good. I got you. And I'm like, oh, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And other times they're like, yeah, that sounds good. And I have some friends, and I do not judge at all. But I have some friends who will front the bill and it's like a $5 coffee and they want that money back. I don't question it. I ask, I say, hey, can I Venmo you? And they'll say, yeah, please. And I'm like, no problem. Here's your $5 back.
There you go.
And I don't mind. But I think you should always preface it by saying, can I Venmo you? And then leave it up to the person to decide if they want to pay it for you or not. And then go from there. But there needs to be that communication.
That's such a great way to do that. Oh,
Chris is like, I could be
that,
saving so much money.
I need to. Oh gosh, that's brilliant. Oh,
What do you mean? Why is this a revelation for you?
Oh no, just as far as like that's a really good idea as far as like being able to like understand like, okay, what type of like situation this is.
Yeah.
Immediately cut to the, can I Venmo you?
Yeah.
And then there you go. It's a very
just
quick,
immediately too. Don't let it sit there.
Gets it done out of the way.
Yeah, don't let it sit there. Yeah, don't question it. Yeah. Very interesting.
Because then it doesn't put anybody else in a weird situation where they have to be like, hey, Can you Venmo me? This is a very good sentence to use if you want to make sure you don't create friction
Yeah,
with
because
people
you
that you're
don't
going
want
out
somebody feeling stupid about asking to have $5 back. You know,
with. Yeah.
like for
And you don't want them to also feel like that, oh gosh, is it an expectation for me to just front the bill if I'm like out about hanging out with
yeah.
a friend?
But it can't but yeah, like $5 is different in so many people's minds, and like people might be dumb,
Yeah.
like feel stupid or dumb asking for $5 back. But if you just give them that opportunity right away, then they don't feel
Yeah.
dumb, and then you can move on with it. Very, very
Yeah.
interesting.
I do feel like that also different people have different, I guess, philosophies as
Yeah.
regard to uh, money and like ownership. I suppose you could say it's not
hmm
necessarily about the $5. Sometimes it's
It's a
honestly for
respect.
some folks, it's out of respect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's out of
Um,
respect to say, hey, can I get you? Can I pay for this?
like
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Then yeah,
What's
exactly.
your thoughts, Chris? And I feel like I already know the
Yeah.
answer to this. Um,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on going on dates and like the roles, like paying?
Oh, as far as like paying and all that stuff goes,
Yes.
there should never be, in my opinion, I don't think there should be any sort of expectation of whether or not the bill is supposed to be like for like guy or
Yeah.
like, or
So
I
a
guess also
woman
like
should
girl. There
not go
shouldn't
on
be
a
any
date.
expectation.
So a woman. We're just gonna keep it heterosexual, just to give a good branch to it, just a
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
understanding of it. So a woman shows up. She just meets a guy off of Hinge, and you're saying she should not expect that guy to pay for her dinner.
I wouldn't say expected, but if there is certain uh like if you are looking for somebody who would pay for that, then
Yeah.
I guess that's what you're looking for. And if they don't and automatically just kind of like go for it, then that tells you about your type of compatibility, I
Would
guess.
you
Because there's
pay?
also going to be guys. Would I pay?
Yeah, you meet a girl
I
off
mean,
of
I
Hinge.
probably would.
Yeah, you pay.
Um, which yeah, no, I.
I mean, I,
If
I
I'm
already
being
knew the
honest,
answer.
yes,
Yeah.
I would, but I don't want it to be because there's an expectation. I want to pay because I want to be able to do that.
So
I
here's the thing. The bill comes, and what do? Do you immediately take out your card and go to pay, or what do you do?
I don't let it sit there.
So you would immediately
And
take out your card and pay.
yeah,
And then if the
if I'm
girl
being
comes to
honest, that's
you,
probably what I would have done.
and if the girl comes to you and says, "Hey, like we can split it," what's your response?
They'd be like, "Oh no, I got this." Yeah,
Okay.
but like, let's say that we're going on like dates like regularly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then at some point, and this is the tough thing that I have also put myself in a corner with, is when you create that expectation for yourself, you just start kind of going for it, and then that also puts somebody else's expectation, like not that you're supposed to be paying it, but they start to have an expectation that you have an expectation that they're going to pay for it. So you just got to make sure that you communicate.
Yes.
Um, so that's the main thing, because especially like if you like it's down the line, like if you're going to like dinner every couple of days or something like that,
That's a
or
lot of
then
fucking
eventually
money.
that does start. It ends up being a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think it's a good conversation to try to breach, which is difficult. Um, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is a
That's my
good
situation.
what Nina said is very interesting. And I have some friends that have talked about this too. They think, and I don't knock this. I think it's very true. What I feel like what they think is very valid. So they think when they go on a date with somebody and it's like a designated date, that the dude should always pay, because they are spending 2+ hours sometimes to get ready for this date, to show up looking their best, putting makeup on, getting their hair done. And I understand not everybody is going to go to this extent, but some of my friends do. And they are going to put all this effort in and go on this date. And what does the dude do? Put a jacket and a coat on and walk out the door in 10 minutes. So they have put in a lot. They've pushed their schedule around. They've done a lot to get ready for this dinner. and they think that the least that the guy can do is pay for their effort. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, my thoughts on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I got 4 sisters. I understand what people have to go through. I'm in a relationship. I know how long it takes to like be like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm ready to go out and about. So yeah. And honestly, that's a big reason why I want to take care of the bill when that time comes.
Joe, what's your thought? Joe has a thought. I want to know Joe's thought.
Hit it.
I want to know Joe's thought. We know Nina's old fashioned, which is valid. There's a lot to unpack there. There is.
No,
I think the
wouldn't
level
say
it comes down to is communication. I think at some point there's going to be a give and take, because it is true. Like the majority of people, out here in this world, we're skating by financially. So it's like, it's going to have to be a give and take. It's going to have to be a, hey, you front this bill, I front that bill. Hey, let's split it this time. Let's split it that time. But if you happen to be fucking dating a rich motherfucker, well, then you're fine, But I feel like the majority of us, are not in that position.
My experience of rich motherfuckers.
You've experienced them?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
I would never expect someone to pay because I tried to look good. There are people out there who feel like their time and effort is worth that. Like I've had friends who have put in time and effort to go to coffee, and the man hasn't bought their coffee, a $5 coffee. And they feel very like, what the fuck? I just spent all this time to like come and hang out with you. But you could swing it around the other way. Like that man did put effort to coming and hanging out with you too. It's an interesting conversation. Lauren says, I'm stressed just thinking about it. I need to make sure that you think that I'm worth it. At least have you want to take care of me. My thing is different than the makeup thing. Yeah, you've got a very traditional, and that's okay. That's okay. There are people that still have those traditional viewpoints and roles, and that's totally fine and valid. And it works for some folks, and it doesn't work for other folks, and they do something different. Wait, no, Joe, I want to know your thoughts. I met a lot of women who feel uncomfortable with the logic because they felt it adds an expectation on them to reciprocate for the free dinner. Oh, like, oh, you're getting free dinner, you gotta suck my dick. That? Interesting.
Oh, I think that's bullshit.
You got free dinner, fuck me.
As far as
yeah.
No, I think that anytime sex is something that is the
transaction
currency.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not a relationship. That's
no. Okay. Katy says, so back when I did date, being a lesbian, when it came down to, oh yeah, it's very interesting, right? When it changes it up. So who pays? For me, it was who did the asking. So if I was asked in my head, I expect not to pay. If I did the asking, oh yeah, okay. And that should be, yeah, like if you ask somebody out on a date, you pay.
I get you.
I like that.
Okay,
That's a good way of thinking.
What? I see that. Yeah.
I like that. If you ask. But then if you start dating somebody and it becomes like, you're seeing them a lot, then you just have a conversation about it.
Yeah. I do think that like with this whole type of situation, you have to also keep in mind that it's going to vary very much from person to person and how you relate to each other and how you got to kind of like understand the vibe of what they would be comfortable with, what you're comfortable with. It's going to vary from person to person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's all
right.
about that sweet ass communication.
I don't know where you're going with that.
What?
I don't know. My mind's in the gutter. Okay. Anyways.
Oh.
I don't know what you're doing. Okay.
No.
Joe, wait.
Oh, gosh. My allergies have been going crazy. Have you been getting like? How are your lungs doing with all the fires? And
terrible.
Bad, right? I feel like that I got sponges on the inside of my lungs. So anytime that I exhale too much, it feels like asthma all over again. I'm doing I'm doing much better than.
Yeah, no, my throat is like my throat is definitely feeling icky, and it sounds like it. Yeah. Wait,
you just gotta communicate.
Check it. Yeah, check it. Do it.
Check my phone?
Yeah. Okay. Joe says Wait, why is Nina saying I just want to put out? Nina, why are you saying I want to put out in my chat right now?
Oh no, you made me laugh.
No, but why is
Too
Nina
hard.
in chat saying I just want to put out? Nina, what are you
I'm
saying?
crying.
I just
Wait,
want
you're
to
saying
pout
that-
out? What is
Oh,
put?
pout out. Yeah.
What does pout out mean?
Pout out?
What, Chris, do you know what
Pout
that
out.
means? Chris doesn't know what that means.
Well,
It
okay.
looks like a typo, and it
Pout
looks like
out.
Nina. It looks like Nina is saying I
No,
just
no,
want to
no.
put out.
Oh no, I'm all right. Okay, so
Do you want
point
to share
out.
with the?
Point out.
Do
There
you
you
want
go.
to share with
No,
the
there
chat
it is.
what I thought you were gonna say?
Yeah. You thought I was gonna say
Wait,
sweet ass
wait. What did you say though? Communication.
communication.
He says that
That
sweet ass
communication.
communication. And what? Ew!
then
No! Don't do that! Don't do that with what I thought you were gonna. Okay, what did I think you were gonna say?
But that's what the full picture.
Yeah, I know. Okay, what did you think I was gonna say? What did I think?
What did you think? You thought I said you gotta respect that sweet ass coochie.
I thought he was gonna say coochie.
That's you thought I was gonna say
close
coochie.
up, and I was like, oh my god.
You know what? I
and
saw
then
out of the
Nina's
corner of my eye,
talking about
like your
putting out
eyes
in
are
the
just getting
chat.
huge. Just like
There's a lot
what
happening
are you
right
about to
now.
say?
Okay, I need to go back up to Joe because Joe really took.
But when it comes down to it,
communication.
that's fair. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and also you gotta respect the coochie. But yeah. I'm done.
Okay, Joe says I did all this and you put on a jacket bugged me out. Guys put in effort as well. And not to mention the anxiety of a first date. Whoever asks whoever out whips out the card first. If the other person offers to, politely decline and chalk up that as a green flag. I like that. I like the whoever asks. Usually though, in hetero situations, it is the guy that asks. Usually.
But I do think that part of that does come from, and I feel like that, I think that maybe I was just kind of like raised with the expectation of like, oh, I'm proving that I can take care of
you because I am the man.
Yes. I will pay for this $20 dinner.
Yes.
Your future is safe with me. So in that regard, I do feel like that that is something that does kind of weigh into
it does,
my decision to grab the checkbook real quick.
And that
makes
can
me look
be
good.
and that can be for how Nina's discussing. That's how she also feels. She feels like the man has grown up thinking that they need to do that too. But I like what Val said. How about each person just pays for what they got at dinner so nobody expects anything? Yeah, I've done that. Just pay for each other. Just pay for yourself. And then you don't have to worry about it. Very interesting. Okay, anyways, let's go through the put out thing. I just want to point out again that I'm not I took time to get ready and pay me girl. I want to be a wifey and know I have someone I can count on. I like that. I like that. I feel like that, especially like if you or like you gotta aim for what you're looking for. Okay, Nina says you're gonna split everything for the rest of your life.
Oh no, not necessarily. No, I wouldn't say so. I'd say that in circumstances where it would where I want to cover the whole kit and caboodle, then absolutely and there's still circumstances where that is the situation.
I think Nina is saying
I also don't want to get myself.
Go for it.
I don't want to get myself in a bind, because I mean, as we all know, times are hard as far as like finances and all that type of stuff go, and it's a lot easier to do fun things if you got two incomes that are
that is very
especially
true.
if both people are working also, then that does help. I do feel like that a big reason why, I guess you could say like males had a little bit more of an expectation to pay for stuff also is because of the disparity of like wages between women, men, that whole type of situation.
Oh, I've never thought about that actually. That's very interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because like especially like think back in the 60s.
Yeah. Women weren't making
like
as
a
much.
woman who was working, you were like maybe like a secretary or something like that. Which luckily it has things have gotten better since then. That being said, there's still disparity and all that type of stuff. But
what Nina is saying is she thinks that at some point when you're dating somebody, it turns into a long-term thing and then they need to start taking care of you. The man needs to start taking care of the woman. That is what Nina's saying. That at some point, the man needs to take over and start taking care. completely.
Mm,
Is what I'm gathering, Nina, from what you're saying. And I think a
gotcha.
lot of people in the chat are like, "Mwah!" But again,
You know,
that is valid, Nina.
if
And you know what you
and
want.
there's
You
going
want
to
to be
be
taken care
folks
of.
that do want to have somebody who also takes care of them in their own, or like is there, for like you know what I
Listen,
mean.
I would love to be taken care of too. Like, please. Yes, I don't have to worry about anything. I can just like do what I want. Love that. I just think the majority is not like, I feel like we live in a world that doesn't
It's
operate
harder to
like
do
that
now,
anymore. Yeah, it doesn't operate like that
especially
anymore.
since
And like if
it's not
you
as
yeah, and if you're making an income that is the same, like if you're married and or in a long-term, let's say you're in a long-term relationship and you're making the same amount of money as your partner, what are you doing with your money? Just like putting it away and like fucking and you're like, yeah, pay for me, bitch. And you're just like sitting it over
and
there.
so this is actually something that that luckily
And
like
that's
at
not
least
to
kind
you,
of like
Nina.
helped
That's
me like
just
pull
me
myself
talking.
out of yeah, no, you're good. So for like I'd say like the first like year and a half or something like that, or maybe 2 years, I don't know. So for a while I would always pull out the card really quick and get on it and all that stuff, right? And when you eventually it did end up like it was a pretty decent chunk in my pocket that I has been spending all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like at least, she does really well. So she had to like pretty much sit me down and be like, hey, there's like a difference of like yeah, so that helped out a lot. Especially since you know, um, it gets pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it's gonna be different from all situations. If I was like a billionaire or something like that, then I would feel a lot more comfortable, like just continuing to be that provider,
If
especially
I was a
with that
billionaire, I would
disparity.
also be the provider. I'd be like, yeah, honey, don't
Yeah,
worry about it. Like I would also be the provider. Um, what did I see up here that I wanted to comment on? Oh yeah, joint account. Yeah, just put all your money together and just have a
yeah,
heyday. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Joint account actually, and I think that's a good thing. Also to talk about finances and everything.
Oh,
Communication.
immediately talk about finances. Yeah. Oh,
Oh
also
yeah,
too, Nina
absolutely.
said, I just want to be a stay-at-home mom. Can I just tell you that being a mom is equivalent to working a 9 to 5 job and you're
Oh
not getting
hell
paid for it?
yes it
So
is.
yeah, if you want to
Hell yes it is.
if you want to stay at home with your kid and have that job and have your partner or spouse work, I think that is a given, that is an equivalent give and take right there. That is equal to having a 9 to 5 job. I think honestly you work harder
I
being a
agree.
mom than you do going to a 9 to 5 job. That's I've never been a mom, but I'm just gonna tell you, like, you have to work harder. You can't sleep.
I
You're
come from a
fucking.
family where there was like 5 of us kiddos running around and all that stuff, and then you're trying to coordinate like soccer practices with everybody. You're trying to make
Oh,
sure everybody's getting fed.
yeah.
And then also on top of that, like you're keeping the house all nice and like put and everything while you're also at home. There's a lot of things that I think people just assume that you're a stay at home. It's well, it's not really a job. No, it's absolutely a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
Also, if you are going to be, and this, I think it is a big reason why there's less people starting families because
It's so expensive.
nowadays where it's so goddamn expensive. And nowadays having a household, just in general, generally is taking two incomes, right? So if you do end up having kiddos and stuff like that, you have to also pay for babysitters and all that stuff.
Is there
So,
it's
and that stuff
expensive.
it's incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think especially if like if you want to have that like family life, I understand how valuable it is to be able to be home and to keep the ball rolling, keep affairs in order and all that stuff.
All right. Am I a hassle for refusing to pay my friend $60 I owe him? Not
Oh
an
yeah, that's
asshole.
right.
Not
Not an
an
asshole. Not an
asshole.
asshole.
Not an asshole. Guys, do you guys think that Chris and I need to have a podcast?
Oh hell yeah, we do.
We could just keep.
Yeah,
I
if you,
feel
if
like
you
we
want
could
to do like a once a week or twice a week, I don't know. Actually, hit me up with your
every
schedule
single
and stuff.
day.
I'm fairly
Let's have
available
a
right
podcast every day.
now. If it's in the afternoon, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. But I'm available and I have a fun time doing this.
Okay. I feel like we made a big breakthrough, guys. We did. Am I the asshole
Yeah.
for not recalling my dog when she chased my neighbors off my property?
Ooh.
Okay, wait.
Well,
So,
here's the, hmm.
like,
Do you have a
saying, come back, dog. Is that what he means by recalling? Also, why
yeah,
does it
that's
say
what they mean.
throwaway? What does that mean?
Throwaway. Oh, that means that this account that they put there is not actually their account because they were worried that it would look bad on their regular
Oh,
Reddit account.
okay. Well, I'm not gonna.
So what
Okay,
people do, especially with these things, is that they don't want to actually be like attached to whatever drama could possibly ensue. Um,
got it.
if they
Okay,
end up
okay, okay,
being
okay.
yeah.
So what I'm understanding is that they did not call their dog back after they chased their neighbor off the property. That's what I'm
From what
understanding.
I can tell from just from the title of this situation, it sounds like that neighbors were on the property that were not supposed to be on the property or were not welcome on the property. And then Rottweiler uh, borked and said, no, 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 fuck off, fuck, get, blah.
Yeah.
And the owner just kind of like let him scare him off.
Okay.
Um, I would assume that this means that the Rottweiler did not bite anybody and probably just scared him. So
They are
I'm gonna say
quoted.
that,
Yeah, they're quoted that
yeah,
they're not the asshole. And
yeah,
that's what I would also agree, just based off of the title. But let's read it.
yeah. Oh no, it's
I, 30 female, have 4 dogs, but the one this story is about is a 4-year-old female Rottweiler named Bella. A few months ago, new renters moved next door, and things have been unpleasant to say the least. The neighbors are always screaming and fighting late into the night, and the men in the home have a habit of always trying to talk to or just watch me when I'm outside. This is not done in a friendly way, and it has made me feel very uncomfortable. I'm a single female living alone, and our police force isn't the best, so I just keep my head down and hope they'll move out soon. The other night, around 11 p.m., I was outside with my dogs in the backyard. My neighbors have a chain fence, but I have no fence along my property except for the part that separates their property from mine. One of my dogs is on a leash, and the other 3 are completely trained off leash and do not leave the yard. I know some people may not agree with that, but I live in the countryside, and also my dogs have never run off. One of the women who lives next door for some reason decided to enter my yard because she wanted to just play with my puppies. Bella growled and walked closer to me, and I asked the woman to please leave, but she just kept telling me it was fine and ignored what I was saying. One of the men decided to join her, and they came more onto my property, which then led to Bella barking, and after a few moments of them continuing, she chased after them. She stopped running the second she hit the property line and went inside with me immediately after. Now, these neighbors keep making comments about not feeling safe with their kids and how I should have called my dog back because they weren't a threat. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, but I also don't want the area to think that my dogs are dangerous, especially with the stigma against Rotties.
that's
I also don't want to stir up unnecessary drama when it's already difficult living next to these people. Am I the asshole?
I wouldn't say you're the asshole. What I would say is that you have a complicated situation that has the possibility of someone getting your dog put down just because they want to. Uh,
Yeah, like it would have
I
been
don't
better.
know.
It would have been in her
Yeah,
best judgment to call her dog back so they didn't have anything on her, really. You know what I
which
mean?
sucks
It
because
does suck. These people are like
these dogs aren't doing anything
assholes.
wrong.
These
They are
people are assholes.
trespassing. They
Yeah,
were
they are
told that they
trespassing,
are assholes.
they were
And
asked to
they
leave and they didn't. And their dog wasn't aggressive.
nope.
Yeah, if the dog does bite somebody out of happenstance,
Because that
yeah, they get
dog
put
does
down.
believe that they're
They're a
trespassing.
threat. They're a threat.
That's so. I understand the thought like it can be really dangerous to allow your dogs to chase after somebody, especially if there's no fence or anything. Um, but I mean, at the same token, I don't know. I feel like these neighbors are trouble, and
Yeah.
that they are going to have their eyes open for any mistakes that happen, so that way they can. I don't know. She said that they just watch her from time to time.
Yeah, the men do.
That's real fucking weird, man.
Yeah. And
I would honestly get a
unfortunately,
fence just to like make sure that you stop getting these prying eyes on you, but
yeah.
that's so weird. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Not a good. I think she is definitely not the asshole. She definitely
No,
does
she's
need
not safe.
camera. No, she's not safe.
I think having what she should do, assuming that she doesn't want to go the route of like having to turn her home into like a fortress with like fences and all that stuff. Yes, have cameras out, and
Yeah.
have them rolling all the time, so that way, if and when something does happen,
Mm-hmm.
your bases are covered.
Yeah.
Have a sign up that says "Beware of dog," um,
Well, they don't have
and
a fence, and so but they were in their own personal backyard. They were in their
yeah,
like line, their yard line.
mm-hmm,
And so they walked onto these people's property, yeah, uninvited.
mm-hmm.
Exactly. Um,
Dick move.
yeah. Damn. Okay, not the asshole.
I'm gonna say not the asshole. I would just say that this is a dangerous situation. It sounds like you got neighbors that are they're gonna have their hands hovering over the um animal control.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to honor my dad's wishes? Not the asshole. Okay.
I'm gonna say no.
Well, we don't know.
Honor your
We don't
dad's
know.
wishes. You don't have to do anybody's wishes. Honor your dad's wishes. I don't know.
Live your life,
I
bro.
I like my dad. If I mean, I'd like to honor my parents, but I mean, I my own different situation. So I don't know what dad's wishes are
So
from the get go.
I,
Nope.
25 female, have been caught in the middle of my parents' messy divorce for years. My dad
Oh
claims my mom
no.
cheated, but there's no evidence, and my mom denies it. Honestly, their marriage was extremely incompatible, and it was bound to end sooner or later. My dad took the divorce really badly, and my younger sister and I have always tried to be compassionate and understanding. However, after the divorce, he'd imposed this rule: we are never to meet or interact with any potential partner of my mom's. He made it clear that he doesn't want anyone else taking the role of dad. We disagreed but went along with it to keep the peace. However, during a recent conversation, he told me he expects us to follow this rule for the rest of his life. I was dumbfounded. I asked, even
No.
when I'm 40, married, and with kids of my own, and I'm still not allowed to meet someone my mom has been with for years if he makes her happy? He said yes. He then added that if I did, I'd stop being his daughter, not the guilt trip, and he would cut me out of his life entirely. I think his fear stems from being replaced, which I understand when we were younger, but at this stage in our lives, it feels absurd. It's not like a new partner would raise us. We're adults now. I told him I'm not willing to follow this rule forever, and if he chooses to cut me off for that, it will be his decision, not mine. He called it a lack of principle and insists I would be the one responsible for ending our relationship. I think this rule is controlling and unfair, and I refuse to let it dictate my life any longer. But I also don't want to lose my dad. Am I the asshole for standing my ground? No, your dad's a fucking insecure little
Nope.
fucking boy. He's an asshole.
Yep. And your dad decided that his insecurity is more important than having a relationship.
Yeah, and you shouldn't put your
That's
kids
what
in the
that whole
middle of a
situation is.
divorce. Like, fuck off. It's between
Nope.
you and your spouse, and your kids should have nothing to do with it. Putting
Yep.
your
Just
kids,
because you're
yeah,
jealous doesn't mean that you now have control over your kids' lives.
yeah,
Also, they're 25. They're
yeah.
adults.
They are adults. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Like, yeah, man. It's good that they got a divorce when they were other adults, though, because he would have probably tried so hard to like keep them.
Right? Okay, so what if dad ends up meeting somebody? Does that mean that they can't meet dad's
I
partner
bet
at any time?
dad sounds like a sour puss, dude. He's probably like, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
alone forever, you know? I bet
Maybe
that would be
somebody
his,
did cheat on him because he was a dick. Anyway,
maybe he's just a sad. Yeah, I don't know.
there's no proof.
But no,
So,
yeah, we have no
it sounds
idea.
like he was just jealous and insecure.
He sounds jealous and insecure, and
It could be,
honestly,
but like you can't be that controlling, especially 'cause life is going to carry on. People are going to have relationships,
yeah,
and it does suck. Absolutely, it would suck, and especially if he did get cheated on and he does come from that place of hurt, that does suck. But you
yeah.
have to
Oh,
decide
this is funny.
you love your yeah.
It says
Hit
he
me with it.
doesn't want to lose you as his daughter. So if you meet a partner of your mom's, he'll check notes, cut you out of his life, and lose you as a daughter. Make it
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, you just said you don't want to.
But it's gonna be her fault.
Yeah, exactly what Ray just said too. Yeah.
It's bullshit. You made the rule.
Yeah, fairly
So
easy to see why the
it's
divorce came
just,
about. Yep. He
yeah,
needs
he's throwing in the guilt
therapy.
trip trying to he's yeah. Not the asshole.
He is divorced. He can't
No.
control the mom anymore, so he's using emotional manipulation to try and control the daughter. It's about love
This is a
or
great way to
fear.
not talk to your daughter ever again.
It isn't about love or fear, about power and control. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. What a fucking... He's an asshole.
Dick.
All right. The
Not the
asshole.
asshole.
Asshole. Yeah, the dad's victimizing himself. Okay. We got two more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do
no. Am I the asshole for vandalizing my neighbor's dog's winter coat?
Wait.
I have a lot of questions. Okay.
Okay.
Here we
Well,
go.
okay. Time out. Vandalizing in quotations.
Vandalizing. Are we
That's-
talking about an actual coat that goes on a dog, or were we talking about their coat of fur?
Also, what is vandalizing in quotations? Because vandalizing is like there's intention. that's
Probably
attached
the
to that.
neighbor saying to the original poster that they vandalized. So they're
Okay.
putting it in
All right.
quotations. I don't know.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Hey, Reddit. Thought I'd get your opinion on this dispute I've had with my neighbor over the last 3 months. My neighbor, 87 female. Already, I'm just like,
Oh.
old people,
Oh.
they just...
Oh, Bessie.
And I, 28 male, live in a rural area and access our driveways through a wooded back road shared with 2 other houses. We live up north, and in the mornings, it can stay dark until almost 8 a.m. My neighbor is older, nearly blind, and very stubborn. She has a support dog,
Quotations.
4-month-old or 4 male, that helps her see, although he is not registered by any means. He is a friendly black lab, and she has dressed him in a dog coat for warmth for as long as I remember. The problem is she lets the dog out in the morning to defecate, and he has freedom to roam the shared road. Being a black dog and wearing a dark black coat, he's almost impossible to see in the winter months. Between my neighbors and I, we have nearly hit the dog over 8 times in the past 2 months. I have talked to the neighbor about getting him a new coat or fixing bells to his collars or something, but she's attached to his coat and for some reason and refuses to go with bells as they are too noisy and would be difficult for her to remove in her condition. Eventually, I took matters into my own hands after nearly smoking this poor pup when backing into the shared road in my truck. I took the coat off of the dog and doused it in reflective spray paint. He sticks out like a sore thumb in the woods now, and my neighbors agreed it is much easier to see him. My neighbor had no idea for weeks until her step-nephew visited to help her with a plumbing issue and commented on the coat. She asked me about it, I owned up to it, and now she's furious, talking about vandalism and lawsuits. I admit I could have gotten a separate reflective coat for him or used reflective tape or something, but I think I helped more than I hurt the situation. Am I the asshole?
No, you saved a dog's life.
Yeah. No, I think this old lady is just old and senile and old and senile.
Yeah.
And old. Yeah, you
I
literally
would
saved
say
the dog's
it
life.
probably would have been better just to like talk to the lady.
He did. He tried.
But yeah.
He literally said, "Can
Oh,
we get
that's
a new
right.
coat? Can we put bells on him?" And she refused because she was attached to
Yeah.
the coat. And the thing is that she didn't like
Yeah.
the dog's coat is still like black. It's just now
Black.
reflective
Yeah.
in the dark.
Which that's gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah,
with
and
any
it
sort of
already
headlights or
has.
anything that's in it.
Yeah.
Not the asshole.
So like
You're
you
saving a
literally
dog's
so
life.
like I just don't see. I mean, the lady's never gonna understand it. She's almost 90 years old. She's senile and old. She's never gonna know that like this means my dog is now safe. She will never understand it.
Yeah. And I'll bet the nephew was like, "Oh, hey, I like the thing you did with the dog's coat. I'll bet that's exactly what happened." And then, what are you talking about?
Yep.
Um. So I don't know. I think at this point, if she switches the coat, just spray it again, and then just say, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I mean, I think that in that situation, like in handling and dealing with old people, you just gotta fucking do shit and just be like, because like, yeah, it's not his dog coat to spray paint, but it's like the dog would have just died and she's too old to understand.
Yeah, she's gonna be a lot more upset if
her dog
yeah,
gets hit, and then what?
Yeah.
Now you're gonna also try to do a lawsuit because I hit your dog and killed it.
Yeah, that's actually really selfish of her to put that type of like pressure on like the neighbors and the dog. Eesh. Some folks
Yeah.
just don't want to do any sort of action to better their situation or someone else's situation. They call those people dicks.
Oh, this is OP. That was my thought. Glad someone agrees with me. I used to paint because I didn't have tape at the time and didn't want to buy a whole new coat. Maybe that makes me an asshole, but I just wanted to do what I could to help the dog. He just cares about the dog. If the person accidentally kills the dog, then it would have been a huge issue.
Yeah, it would have been. And it also would like that's all. That would also be super.
Everybody's like
imagine how you would feel if like every day you're like, oh gosh, one of these days I'm gonna accidentally hit this dog, and then it happens, and then you have to experience
and that's
through
not
that
fun.
horror.
Especially if you're an
I
animal
got this
lover.
dog dying in my hands.
Yeah, like this guy obviously loves animals.
So.
Everybody's like neighbor issue thing. People's suggestion is make sure you get cameras. Get cameras. Get cameras.
Like, it sounds like getting cameras.
Everybody get a camera.
Just get some cameras,
if you
folks.
Learned anything from today? Get a camera.
I wonder how expensive they are.
Cameras?
I'll bet you can get some pretty decently priced ones.
They're pretty expensive. They're kind of expensive. What is to the original poster? Okay. Yeah. I also say not the asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole. I think this is a good dude.
You have cameras after there was a murder down the street. I would also get cameras after there was a murder.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think that's a great. If there was ever a reason to get cameras,
it would be because somebody was murdered. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying.
Please be safe.
Okay, this is our last one.
Let's do it.
Am I the asshole for being greedy and rude while planning my wedding? I, 28 female, and my fiance, 36 male, are planning our wedding. And last night, he accused me of being greedy and rude. Background. I came from a wealthy family and I've worked hard to manage finances responsibly. My father has given each daughter $120,000 for their wedding. I'm already just like, I can just imagine what household you came from. And
you know what? If you have it,
that's great.
Then you have it.
If you have it, that's great.
I wish I had it. I'm not gonna say that you're an asshole just for having it. So
yeah, I mean, you're not an asshole. I feel like you're not an asshole for just having it and being given that. That's very kind, but you have to be humble, I think, and understand that that's a lot of money. That's more than people go to college for. That's more than that's more than a lot of people have in their bank account.
Oh goodness.
Okay,
let's see how the rest of this reads out.
On, yes. My sisters used all of it for their weddings, but I asked to use $70,000 for the wedding and $10,000 for a honeymoon, saving $40,000 to help with future children's expenses. Okay, I'm taking it back. I like her. Okay,
that's great.
She's taking the money and she's divvying it up. She knows the value of $1. Okay, my dad agreed to this plan, but only if I could make the wedding work with that budget. I think you could I think you can make a wedding work.
I think you. I don't know. Okay. I think with my situation, I don't know. Let's see if I can.
$70,000 for a wedding is insane. Are you kidding me?
I feel like I would make that work. I feel like that work.
Yeah, easy. Like that could be easy. I feel like a lot of people spend yeah, I don't know. That's like so much money.
You can go to Cabo with like 50 people probably with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't make this decision lightly. When I first got engaged 5 months ago, I considered using the full amount for a European wedding, but I realized I didn't want to prioritize that. A wedding is one day, and securing our future financial stability seemed more important. Oh my God, I love her. Okay, my fiance has been patient, but has accused me of delaying the wedding due to indecisiveness. Though I'm just overwhelmed by spending so much on one day and managing everything else. Last night, I asked him to help review venues for a tour we're doing Monday. He rushed through options, and I started to cry from stress. I also wanted to vet the venue's price before booking, but this frustrated him. He said I was rude for not wanting to use all of the money for a wedding he would love. This guy is sucking the dick of daddy.
What the fuck?
This guy is sucking the dick of rich daddy over here. He goes, "Oh, your family's rich, and I want their money, and I want their nice
Does
wedding."
he not understand that they would be an investment with everything else in life? Like,
he isn't.
Oh my God, short-sighted.
Jake again.
Also, it's got to be fucking Jake.
It's Jake.
If there's any Jakes in the chat, I'm so sorry, but holy shit! Oh my gosh, that's awful. Like, imagine.
Yeah.
Can you hear my dog?
No.
Out of curiosity.
No.
Okay, thanks.
He said I was rude for not wanting to use all the money for a wedding he would love, claiming that going over budget was fine because this was our most important day. He was always dreamed of a grand wedding with lots of guests. Yeah, but whose money is this, buddy? Are you paying for this money? Is your family paying for this money? No. No, her rich family's paying for this money. And guess what she wants to do with her rich family's money? She wants to divvy it up and invest it for your guys' fucking future, you dumbass. Where's your fucking money? Where's your fucking money, you piece of shit?
I can't believe he's done this.
He criticized the venue I liked, an old library that only seated 180 and fits our budget. He said I was being rude by limiting my guest list to 60 people so he could invite 120 of his family. He also accused me of being greedy for wanting to save the leftover money and said I looked like I was hoarding it. You're saving it for your fucking future children's expenses.
Oh my God.
You're literally investing it for your children, you dumb fucking asshole.
Oh my God. What
you fucking dick.
Oh, I think, you know what? I think that she needs to
fucking dump him.
Let the engagement go a little bit longer and see how much she really wants to. This is very short-sighted thinking.
He argued that since we are
you're
financially...
partnering up with this.
Yeah, no. This guy's a fucking idiot. He argued that since we are financially well off, I shouldn't worry about saving for future children. You're only financially well off because it sounds like her family's financially well off and you're waiting for them to die so you can get their money. He also mentioned that our wedding planner had supposedly said I was being greedy, though he later admitted to making that up to show me how rude I was being. I thought I was being officially responsible, but by saving the extra money. But now I'm questioning if I made the right decision. Oh my God, sweetie.
No, girl, you are making a decision that you give a damn. You are seeing beyond.
Dude,
this,
she should leave them.
One day.
Don't marry this man until after the two of you have gone through some serious prenuptial counseling. Yeah, he's trying to steal all your shit, dude.
Oh my God.
Sign a prenup. Do it, because you never know what can happen. We're currently in premarital counseling, and I think revisiting our finances and what our goals are would be important. Yeah, what's your fiance contributing to his own wedding? He's the greedy and rude one wanting to lavish wedding on another man's dime. Yep, which is embarrassing. Yeah. I don't care if it's tradition that the father of the bride pays, guessing he's selectively traditional, and it's not about being a provider and paying for everything. Okay, here we go.
No.
Oh, we got more deets. We got more deets. Okay. Hello, thank you for your comments. To answer the question, he has offered to ask his side of the family pay for some things like the rehearsal, etc. But I have actually asked him not to. I think the gift that we have been given has been more than generous, and that we could have a really beautiful wedding for $70,000. Some comments have pointed out that he may not have felt like he was a part of that decision-making process and felt left out, disrespected, and not heard. I think he may have been feeling that way, so my plan is to go back and ask him to go through the process with me so we are both on board, but still stay firm in my wish to save money for our future children because I no longer feel guilty about not being able to have the biggest wedding. Yeah. What the fuck? She's lost in the sauce. She's got those rose-colored glasses on.
But she's got her head screwed on so straight, except for the fact that
she's like
her partners,
she's with this guy.
Obviously really into having a big, which, I guess if he wants a big old wedding, great. But you can't look a gift horse in the mouth,
dude.
All these people, you still got a pretty nice gift horse, even if you didn't get the
$70,000
you didn't get the gigantic stallion. You still got a really good pony,
dude. Everybody in this post are like saying, "Hey, you really need to leave this guy." Yeah, call that wedding off.
Or at least,
dump
or at least
him.
counseling. At least counseling.
Yeah,
because I feel like that there's a difference in priorities. There's a very big difference in priorities.
I can already tell you that this guy's a dick, and she's not gonna be happy, man. She's a dick, and she's not going to be happy. He's an asshole.
It sounds like that she's not allowed to make decisions.
You're financially well off today, but that doesn't guarantee the same tomorrow. He literally sounds like he's waiting for her dad and mom to fucking die. He wants to marry into rich. Yes.
When he might be under the expectation that, like, we're just always going to be taken care of from here on. Like, we don't need to worry about it. We're going to be taken care of. Like, why worry? We'll just get more. Whereas daughter's mindset is more along the lines of like, okay, well, this doesn't just keep on coming. Like we're gonna,
and like I want to know what their
jobs are. They're still using the money. That's the thing. It's not like they're not utilizing.
They're like, no,
we don't want it. It better.
Oh my God. Who in chat thinks? Oh, thank you so much for that resub. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Who in chat thinks having a wedding is the most important day of your life? Chris, what do you think? Is a wedding the most important day of your life?
I'd say it is. It is a great celebration. I'm not gonna say it's the most important day of your life. No, I feel like the most important day of your life is the. I don't know. It's not just one day. It's a.
It's a
I don't know.
culmination.
The most
Your
important
wedding could
day
be
of
a
like
great,
one's life. I think that the most important
a loaded
day
question.
of relationship is when you meet your true love.
The moment you meet them.
Yeah.
Because that sets you up for the rest of your life
'Cause-
with that person.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Like the moment you meet your soulmate could be the most important day of your life. You don't realize it until obviously
Yes.
later on.
And that's you can't put a monetary value on that. I don't know. I think that if your relationship is judged and like if that's the thing that it says whether or not you have a good relationship, I think that that's an alarm bell.
Val says,
'Cause
all I
you're
know is that my sister got married and celebrated and divorced a year after. So,
oh
yeah, that happens. You spend all this
yeah.
money and then you get the divorce happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the most important thing is don't put yourself in a big old hole and try to make it not stressful as someone who's still
Be
trying to figure
sure as
it out.
well, too, before you get
Oh
married. Be
yeah.
sure. Yeah, also
Yeah.
something intimate and like I have a lot of friends that never had weddings. They just went to the courthouses and they just got married. And they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we'll have a party later," and then it just doesn't happen. Yeah, I know a lot of people who just like don't have weddings anymore. They just it just doesn't matter to some people.
No.
But yeah, that's what you did. Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Right.
I love any reason to have a party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also
I like
parties,
any
if you're
reason.
renting out any sort of space, it costs a lot less if you don't have the word wedding uh, as part of
For real?
the event. Oh yes. The moment you say wedding, like it's just like, oh, okay, so that's gonna be another 50 grand.
Really?
Especially in
So
California,
if you
like
say, "Oh,
the
you're just
price
having
will
a
hike up
party,"
a lot.
so if you're like, "Oh, we're
If you say
having
you're having a
a,"
party, then it's just a function.
huh.
Yeah, just a function.
Well, that's what some people do is they'll go to the courthouse, they'll get married there, and then they'll have a reception with
Yeah,
their friends, and that helps
yeah.
the cost of it. Yeah, I don't know
Tremendous.
what the let's ask what the let me see. We're gonna ask what the average wedding cost because I don't know.
That's a good question.
Somebody said they had a wedding at Disneyland and it cost them $65,000.
At
And I
Disneyland?
mean, at Disneyland, yeah.
I hate to say it. After looking at prices and stuff, I'm actually surprised it's that
Okay,
low.
so the average wedding cost in the United States is $30,000 to $35,000, which is what
Okay.
I thought too, because I'm pretty
That's
sure one of my
fantastic.
friends had a wedding recently and was able to do it under like 15,000. But it just depends because
15,
like,
yeah, that's great.
well,
I
it
feel
just
like that.
really depends.
Yeah.
Venues can cost anywhere. Venues are usually the biggest expense, costing 15,000.
Hmm. Yeah, I think the venue is generally the thing that's gonna be the most pricey.
You can go pee, Chris.
But then on top of that, okay, sounds good. I'll be back so fast.
Chris texted
I'll
me.
I'll be back.
I love outing everybody about going pee. I need to be better. If we want this to be an actual fun podcast that goes on YouTube, I should make it more structured and not call people out for going pee. Yeah, it's crazy. The thing about catering is it's $150 per guest. $100 to $150. So like say it's $100. So if you have, that's where it gets expensive. Because, oh wait, well, yeah. Like if you have 100 people and it's $100, you're looking at $10,000 just for catering, just for your guest. $10,000 for 100 guests. And that's crazy. That's why it's like, man, and you have 2 families. And if you're marrying somebody who has like a big family, or if you have a big family, then you can't have any fucking friends. Oh, it adds up. Families add up, especially if there's a big family. I'm lucky, and I don't have. Well, I don't know if I'm lucky, but I don't have that big of a family. So if I were ever to get married, it wouldn't be a big. I wouldn't have a lot of people from my family because I just don't have a lot of people. But the majority of my friends and people I meet, they all have massive families with like hundreds and thousands of cousins, and just it's huge. And yeah. When I got married, it was around 5,000. We had it in our backyard, and it was during COVID, so we were only allowed to have 30 people. A $5,000 wedding. See? That's not a lot. My sister got married in my mom's backyard. And I don't know how expensive her wedding was, but it was probably the same. If you need food for people with allergies, that price goes up. Oh, yeah. They have kids and you don't make it an adult-only reception. But you'd have chat, right? I'll live stream it. I can't count 50 people I can invite. That's it. Well, that's perfect because that means you're not going to spend a lot of money.
All right, I'm back.
So it's typically $100 per person for catering. So per guest, for a guest to eat. So if you have 100 guests, you're looking at $10,000 just for catering. That's crazy.
That's why you do pizza oven.
Oh my God.
Actually, I've had multiple families or family weddings that I've gone to now where, artisanal pizza, where they will drive a like brick oven and then just do a lot of like fancy pizza.
That's kind of
really
cute though.
And it is cute, and everybody likes pizza. You just make sure it's not the fanciest thing, but it's so much less expensive than catering and having to pay like a bunch of cooks and stuff
Yeah.
for like some fanciful meal. And then you just have a nice cake.
Dude, I asked ChatGPT, right, what the average wedding cost was. And
oh yeah.
And it just well, thanks, stop. Well, it's funny because it's just sitting over here on all the information it told me, and then it just added another line without me prompting it. And
just now it's like, oh wait, one more thing.
No, it said, "Are you planning one?" It asked me if I was planning one or if I was just curious, and gave me a little smiley face, and I'm like, ChatGPT.
Oh my
that was unprompted.
God,
it was unprompted.
That's spooky
scary.
and fun.
What is that? Sentient? I don't like it.
And just like,
calm down, ChatGPT.
Oh, tell me more. Oh my gosh. Sass. I want to have Sass GPT. I want a sassy GPT.
I mean, I think you can make your GPT sassy.
We're just like, oh, go on.
Yeah.
So tell me more about that. Oh, that's so interesting.
Man, this was a crazy one. This one really upset. This one actually got me mad a little bit. Like this one actually got me mad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this one pissed me off.
Because that's somebody who, yeah, that's a real kick in the pants. That's a real, just dick move. Just not respect. No respect.
I hope they don't get married. That was only 5 days ago too. I hate that this is like something that this person is dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
She probably won't, Val, because she is stuck
good.
and she feels like she probably doesn't have a chance with anybody else. People just get stuck, man, and they just don't leave.
Well, I think also there's also the like the sunk cost type of situation where you're like, well, I've been with this person for years at this point.
Might as well just stay with them.
Have this, yeah, or it's a lot easier to think to yourself like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna throw away all these other good times, which is why you go to therapy and counseling and see how that goes, and if it continues to not, you gotta.
Do you think, if any, do you think that when a relationship gets to the point that it needs therapy, do you think it's even worth it? Do you think that there are healthy relationships out there that just work and they don't need therapy? Or do you think that all relationships do take work and can use therapy?
I would say that, sure, there's always going to be the possibility where somebody just has a relationship where they don't have to worry about therapy and all that type of stuff. I would say that the vast majority of relationships at some point um are going to start to have friction. And if you have a hard time communicating, then having somebody who helps you through that communication will be very, very valuable.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because people
I
grow
would
apart,
say that,
people change, people develop,
yeah,
especially if you meet somebody in your 20s and you're with them until you're 40. Like you develop and
yeah,
you
there's
change.
going to be, yeah, there's going to be, people change throughout life. And navigating how those changes like shift and work with each other is a big part of a relationship in general. Um, but there's also going to be a lot of different little quirks, I suppose you could say, that maybe something will start rubbing you the wrong way, and then you just kind of like build like a little bit of resentment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and especially if you have a really hard time um, communicating those resentments, I suppose you could say. Like, I don't know, having somebody to help talk you through it and like hold your hands and be like, both still love and respect each other. You just got like, yeah, like listen to this person. You listen to this person. Don't take it defensively.
Have you known
That can help out a
anybody
lot.
who's gone through therapy and it's made their relationship better? I haven't. I
My
don't.
parents.
Oh, you, yeah?
Yeah. 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 And like, they're both like not confrontational, I'd say. And they both are very caring. But I think that they did struggle to address certain things,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't until I think like all of us, kiddos were out of the house where they were just like, shoot, like things just aren't, as smooth. And yeah, no, they wouldn't have therapy and changed everything. They're doing
Really?
great. Yeah,
I love that
absolutely.
for them. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it can be scary though because the idea of therapy of like, oh, well, there's something that's not working. Are we just forcing it? And sometimes through therapy, you realize that that is the case,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why you go to therapy to see if you really are, you know, compatible.
Yeah.
It puts you in that hot seat.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Therapy.
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 Don't
Uh,
be afraid of it.
don't be
That
afraid
being
of it.
said, I imagine it's so goddamn hard to find like a proper therapist or something like that. Because I don't know, I feel like that I feel like that everybody could probably at some baseline, um, really what's it called? Benefit from
Oh,
having
people
therapy.
can benefit from
Um,
therapy, whether it's just by
yeah,
yourself or with. I agree. Therapy's great.
just in general, even just like going over just like stuff that you want to, focus on and stuff like that. I feel like finding a good therapist is scary,
I've never
which is
found a
why
good
make sure that you
therapist.
join. No, just kidding.
I've never
I,
found a
I,
good therapist.
yeah, I feel like that's the thing that
I
I'm
think
most
I've seen
scared
to
of when it comes to
four.
trying to.
Have you been to therapy before?
No, I haven't.
I I think yeah,
I'm
therapy.
scared. I'm
What are you
scared to
scared
try
of?
it. Getting a bad therapist and having to be like, this isn't working out.
And then you
Um,
have to feel you feel obligated to keep going because you've
I'd
already
feel
committed.
obligated, but well, it's that, but also I don't know, because I don't know like how much paperwork I'm gonna have to go through just to see one therapist. I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. I I mean, yeah, I think for me, the one thing that I don't like about going to new therapists is that I have to tell my story over again.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing for
and
me.
that
I'm
that
like,
can be really hard.
okay, here we go. This is what I'm dealing with. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I
Hmm.
just don't want to have to tell my story over again. But
I guess what
in
you could do is
finding the
just like,
right therapist, you have to do that. But sometimes I think, and like, I actually think I would benefit from going to therapy again. And I actually do want to look out and reach out and see if I can find a new therapist. And I think what I'm
mm,
trying to tell myself, because again, I have in my mindset, oh gosh, I'm probably not going to find somebody again that works, whatever. But I'm trying to go into it knowing that I just need somebody to talk to. So
yeah,
if you just go in with low expectations, knowing that, hey, I just need somebody to bounce off what I'm thinking and feeling and see if it'll go somewhere. And if I just have the low expectations, you know, if it doesn't go anywhere, then I can just back away. And I think every single therapist I have has had beneficial moments with me, you know?
yeah,
And I have learned stuff about myself. So you will still learn something, I think. It
that's
just
good.
might not be a fit, and you realize it and you just have to go hunt for another one. But gosh, the people that I know that have good therapists, they're like so happy. They're like, oh yeah, my therapist. It's like a part of their like rhetoric. They're like my therapist, you know? And I'm like, man, like I want that,
It's like,
you know?
gosh, I wish I could have that same type of.
But they had to go through those challenges of finding a good therapist.
I also wonder, like, how much does it like, and as somebody who isn't actually like seriously went and looked for therapists, I
Yeah.
imagine that it's uh, how much should you expect to have to spend to get?
On therapy?
Because there's a part of me that's like,
Well,
oh gosh,
do
is
you
this gonna be
have
like a
you have
$500
insurance,
investment?
right? You have
I
insurance.
do.
Do you have? Is it
Yeah,
is it an HMO or PPO?
HMO.
Okay, so then you're
But
gonna have
I
to
might be in a
go.
little bit of hot water with the fires, unfortunately. A
What
lot
do
of
you
hours
mean?
cut. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait.
So I suppose I can talk about this later on. Generally speaking, yes, HMO. But, yeah.
Oh dang. Okay. Well, just regarding HMOs
Yeah.
and PPOs, and if you're going through insurance, like in a way, it kind of makes it a little bit easier, because
Tight.
you can't go out and find your own therapist. With a PPO, you can go out of network and you can go hunt wherever, right? But with an HMO, you only have
Yeah.
a designated medical family group that you can be in. And so they
Okay.
have a therapist for you already there. And they say, hey, Chris, you can use this therapist right here. So it actually, in a sense,
Okay.
if you're not somebody who likes to look around and hunt, which some people don't,
Yeah.
they want it just handed to them. But
Kind
then
of
a
my
sense, like,
situation.
but then again, like, it might not be a good thing. Like, it might not be a right fit. But
It could be a bad fit.
they'll have one for you. And I think like they'll have probably a couple. But yeah, they'll be like, this is where you can go. Because when I had an HMO, I could only go to a certain amount of doctors. And they were like, this is where you have to go. You have to go down to South Central to go get your MRI of your knee. And I was like, I am so scared. Like,
Fun.
yeah. And it was so sketchy.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So yeah, it can be hard and a little daunting. But yeah.
Okay. And you know what? I'll look into like what my options are and everything because
Yeah.
I do have stuff set up as far as like regular doctor type of stuff.
Oh yeah, and
Cool.
also too, you can literally go to your regular doctor's appointment and be like, "Hey, I was thinking about getting a therapist," and they'll be like, "Here's my route. Here you go."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll
I do
they'll
have
refer
Kaiser, so
you.
that like that's a lot more. I feel like it's pretty streamlined.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they'll yeah. It's really easy when you're in like a family medical group, and then they can
Like
just
a big
recommend.
old network.
Yeah, a network.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tight.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good old vulnerability from Chris, guys. Give it up for Chris being vulnerable
Yeah.
today.
Have I been vulnerable? I don't feel vulnerable.
I don't
think
know. I feel like talking.
I think that's the key to being vulnerable is to not feel like you're vulnerable while being it.
Yeah, but I guess I can recognize
love
that
you guys
you're
too.
being. I mean, talking about therapy is a vulnerable thing, and I mean, I say this to anybody. Like I say this to my chat. Like people come in and they're like, "Hey, I just had my first therapy appointment, or I scheduled a therapy appointment." I'm like, "Congratulations, I'm proud of you," because like it's hard to talk
Yeah.
about your feelings, and it's hard to admit that you need to go to therapy. You know, it's hard to admit that like you could benefit from that.
Yeah.
Also,
It's also
go for it. No, you-
I was just gonna say like just any sort of situation to like take steps forward. It can always be a huge challenge, whether it be like the tiniest little baby step forward. Just admitting something helps out a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, therapy talk with Katie and Chris. We are not therapists. I'm not licensed. I
We're not.
need a therapist, actually. I might be hunting for a therapist after this conversation. The next time you see Chris and I, we'll both be therapified.
Yes. I'm going to be a therapist
Oh,
by next time.
Chris is going to be my
I
therapist.
don't know if you know what I might be an okay therapist. I definitely need training. A
And
lot
you
of
need to
training.
go to therapy yourself first before you can be a
Yes,
therapist.
exactly. That's exactly it.
I wanted to
Well,
say that
hello.
MP and Mari Lee celebrated their 12-year anniversary yesterday. That's awesome.
Oh my God, 12 years.
And Mari Lee
That's
said
awesome.
communication is important.
Oh, it's so important.
Yeah,
And it's beautiful.
it is.
It's a good win to have that that sweet old communication.
But you don't need therapy if you have a cat. Yeah, or you have an animal or a dog or anything.
Exactly.
They're your therapy.
They're
That's
pretty
a
great.
terrifying
Right,
thought.
Arlo?
Ha, ha, ha.
Yes, you're a therapist, buddy.
So, what have we learned today, chat, from today's Am I the Asshole? What is your biggest takeaway from Am I the Asshole from this entire segment with Chris?
I don't think we've had any assholes today.
No, we didn't. Mitch
Yeah.
gave us really good ones where we didn't
These are
have
really
to
good.
read asshole ones. Don't trust anyone named Jake.
Yeah,
We
I
love
like that one.
it.
That's good.
People are weird. Okay. Any
Yeah,
other
yeah.
lasting thoughts? I learned that people
cameras.
are dumb.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
takeaway is the dude during the wedding is an asshole. Communicate and never
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
someone who asks you for an emergency PS5.
That's so
People are toxic in relationships and
What?
need to get out. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. My friend's like, oh, damn, I can't. I need to play the fucking new Uncharted, but I can't because I don't have a fucking
I need to
PS5.
know the full story of what entails an emergency PS5.
Oh, my PS5 got water spilled on it, and I have I have to play Marvel's Rivals with my friends, and I can't play tonight, and so I need a new one.
Emergency PS5. Are they like a professional?
If they're a professional anybody, they can buy their own fucking PS5.
Yeah, actually, yeah, absolutely.
Don't believe
Holy
everything you
smokes.
see on Reddit. That's true.
Oh, that's fair. Oh,
That's
just
fair.
watch. There's somebody in the chat that's just like, hey, yes, I made this entire.
Could you imagine? And they're like
Post up.
stoked. They're like stoked that their
There's
post got picked.
definitely folks out there that do.
Mitch
write.
wrote all of these.
Oh my gosh, Mitch.
Mitch-
And you also made a whole bunch of burner accounts for the comments.
Yeah, Mitch really, really worked hard on this one, guys.
Good job, Mitch.
They're all Mitch's throwaway accounts. Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Everyone's
Oh,
takeaway is that
man.
people are dumb. I love it. I agree.
Yes.
I
Don't be
agree.
too surprised when somebody does a dumb.
They always do a dumb. I wouldn't be surprised
yeah.
if Mitch did all of this. He's just trying
yeah.
to flex that writing talent of his.
I'm impressed. Let's give it up for Mitch.
Yeah, I haven't.
That's how you do it.
Can
Thank
we
you
give
for
love in
setting
the
this
chat for
up.
Mitch? Yeah, Mitch did. He literally
Yeah.
gave us all of those "Am I the Assholes?"
Which helps out a lot.
Yeah, because then we weren't
Yeah.
sitting here going through hoping that I'm reading one
see,
that's
this
actually
looks
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Mitch is
there can be a lot of
dedicated.
them that is very.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah, but
read some
in
that
my
were just
experience
like
of-
boring or
yes.
whatever.
It's like, am I the asshole? Someone punched me in the face, and I
And
said sorry.
And I said,
Am I
sorry.
the asshole?
Am I the asshole for saying sorry? Somebody punched me in the face and I shit my pants. Am I an asshole?
Oh no!
I still want to know what
I
the
put the
baby's
toilet
name
paper
was.
on backwards. Am I an asshole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was the baby's name?
I don't know.
It was probably Frenchie.
If Chris, you name your kid Todd, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
I can't.
The fact that
No.
you were like, "Brr, well, oh yeah, Todd.
Also,
oh, the fox.
I
and the
like
hound,
the
it's a
name
dog."
Todd, but there is a part of me that every time I hear the name, I just imagine somebody who's just got like a club who's like, Todd.
Oh, like a dumbass. Todd. No, Todd sounds like a cool
Todd.
guy.
Like, I'm gonna Todd ya. Todd.
I feel like
Ugh.
Todd's like the cool guy in school. He's like, that's
Todd.
Todd.
I think Todd would be
Todd's
cool.
cool.
But yeah, they would definitely be named like after Fox and the Hound on accident. But Milo is named after Atlantis, definitely, which I hate to say. I really liked Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
So you named your dog after a person?
I didn't. No. Actually, Arlo got named after the good
Oh,
dinosaur.
Milo. Sorry.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But,
naming
yeah.
your kid after a movie is fine.
Animated characters, maybe. Yeah. I think that there's just certain names that just also have different like attributes that you like to.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
it's just
yeah.
the way it's just the way it feels,
Oh my God! Is Todd the asshole in Detroit Become Human?
Todd is the asshole in Detroit Become Human.
No, I need to look that up. Oh my gosh, which one's Todd?
Todd is the dad.
Todd, Detroit.
Todd's
Oh,
the
is that
dad.
him?
Yeah, he's the
Oh
only one I
no!
did. He's the only one I didn't kill.
Fuck! Nope.
I managed to
Todd
not,
is.
I managed to kill everybody
wow.
except for him. I didn't kill the asshole.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
is so
nope.
the asshole. He's so mean to
Nope.
that little girl.
No, I'm never naming a kid Todd.
I killed
Oh
the
my God.
lesbians. I would have loved to kill
Oh
Todd. I just
no.
didn't. I didn't mean
Oh,
not to.
no.
I didn't mean not to kill Todd. I didn't know that I was gonna kill the
Sometimes-
lesbians.
Sometimes you accidentally don't kill. So
I don't know how it happened. Chris, this is so much fun.
mistakes happen.
I love this. 2 hours has flown by.
This is a blast. Has it been 2 hours?
Yeah,
Oh
it's like
my
an hour
God.
51. I've been live for an hour
Holy
51.
smokes.
Yeah, we started
Holy
right with
jeez.
this.
What else do you got going on and everything?
I think I'm gonna finish off with some words of wisdom for the chat.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that much time flew by. This boy has been like inseparable. I think. Do you want to go outside? Oh yeah, you perked.
Is it potty
I can.
time? Please
Oh,
do a
it's potty
podcast.
time.
But what would we talk about if we had a podcast? Just we'd have to get
Oh,
prompts.
anything. Oh, I think that'd be fairly easy. I don't know. I feel like that's well, we definitely have to talk about Warhammer.
Katie and Chris make a Warhammer podcast. What?
Oh yes.
You know,
No,
Am I
we
the Am I the Asshole Reddit
I
Reacts?
think Am I the Asshole's pretty great.
Or just
and
Reddit Reacts in
Reacts
general.
is
We can do
fantastic.
other Reddit Reacts. We can
And
just
you know
do
what?
reacts.
If we do it, yeah, and if we were doing it like a once a week thing, or like even like once or something like that, we'd have plenty of time to like if there's something throughout the week where I'm just like, oh, there's something I want to talk about. Pow, there you go. I think that's what podcasts generally
a
do.
Reacts podcast. That's what we have.
A Reacts podcast.
And they elicit
Easy.
conversations about getting therapy, and that's fine.
Exactly.
That's good. It elicits its own conversations.
Yes. And societal expectations and the whole kit and caboodle. There's so much things that could
There's
just
so
sprout
many
from
things.
reacting. So
Chris,
many things.
I appreciate you.
Katie, I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on. Guys, say your goodbyes to Chris. If Chris, I
Bye,
don't know when you're going to
guys.
stream again, but can we get a shout out please for Chrisio? If you go follow
Thanks.
him, he does stream.
I do stream. I've been on a huge hiatus, more or less just making sure I get all my ducks in a row, quack quack, if you know what I mean. But no, I plan on making my return. Do I know when exactly that is? I have no answers, but I'm hoping like within a month.
He'll return on my stream though. He'll be on. We're
Yes,
gonna play
absolutely.
We're gonna play that split friction game.
Exactly.
And it's gonna be
also
great.
if you ever do have if you have like a painting stream or something like that, like I'll happily chill with you. Just hit
I
me up,
know.
even
We
if it's, like,
should
the
have
day
done that.
before.
I painted it on Monday.
no worries.
We could have done it on Monday. The last time you were
Yeah.
seeing, you were playing art.
Pretty much, yeah.
You were
Yeah.
playing art. Wait,
That was it. I was doing art.
the last time we hung out on stream, it was the gingerbread houses.
Yeah.
That was the last time. I was trying to remember when
That was the last time. It's been
Yeah.
a long time.
Not that long ago, like just over a month.
You know, you're right. I guess
Yeah.
it's a good thing that it feels like it's been ages, because it's an indicator that gotta get that shit rolling.
It's been so long. Chris needs an emergency PS5 to return with his streams. Yes.
Oh yeah. No, that's yeah. Don't do that. Katie, you're not allowed to give me a PS5.
Oh, but Chris, I really want to give you a PS5.
No. No, I would feel weird about that. Yeah. Now if you were to get me like an emergency Switch 2, I actually, you know what?
Oh.
Emergency Switch 2.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
It's an emergency.
It's an emergency.
Tight.
All right,
Oh,
Chris.
actually, an emergency Land Raider. That would be good. Okay, yeah. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
I'm gonna
Alrighty.
act like I know what that
I'll
is.
let you get on with it and everything. No, you shouldn't. Arlo. Okay, I gotta go bring this boy out. Katie, thank you so much for having me on.
Can you show the
Great
dog?
to see everybody.
Can you show the dog?
Can I probably can. Let's
It's
see.
been
Can I
requested.
change cameras? I can probably change cameras, right? Hold up, buddy boy. I know. Let's see. I think
Can you
I
pick him
have.
up?
He'll hate that. You know, yes.
He doesn't like being picked up? Well, then don't pick him up.
Arlo, you want up?
Oh, no,
Come
don't pick
here.
him up.
Come here. Yes, boy.
Oh, no, Kaylee, look what you've started.
But you're confused, aren't
He's
Yeah,
so
we good.
confused.
you? Arlo, up.
I don't think
Yeah.
Arlo's an up lap
Oh,
dog, and now
Pause.
Arlo doesn't know what's
You pause.
happening.
You
Arlo's
pause.
confused by what's going on.
Here's the
Oh, Arlo!
this.
Arlo!
boy.
Bubby.
Eating me.
Bubby!
Can you sit on the chair? Can you sit on the chair? You're like, this is really uncomfortable, Dad. I know. He's a
Arlo!
good boy. my little fan.
Arlo! I want to see Arlo.
Yeah.
I
You
miss
weirded out.
I miss
Oh.
Arlo. Okay, bye
I'll put you back.
Arlo.
Good boy.
There you
Alright.
go, Kaylee.
All right. So
Oh, I
with that,
hear him now. He's
definitely
okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Bye,
He's
Chris.
like,
I
"I gotta
appreciate
fucking
you.
look
We'll
good."
talk soon. Okay.
Bye, Katie.
Okay.
Sounds good. Take care, everybody. Bye. Stay